Hi, everybody. I'm Sandy Sandler, and I'm here with Joette and we are going to show you how to make some amazing bows, and we're going to demo it using the Bodabra Bow Maker. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you a basic bow attached to a really simple Dollar Tree wreath. And then Joette's going to show you another, like a graduation bow, and she's also going to show you how to make a really pretty lantern swag. So let's get started. Um, Let me go ahead and put full camera on me so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is take my Bodabra, and I'm going to take some of my Bodabra bow wire. And what I do when I take my Bodabra bow wire is I fold it in half so it's long enough that folded in half it can lay into my Bodabra, and I can just tuck the ends underneath. Then what I'm going to do, let me go over here, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually show you the overhead camera so you can watch what I'm doing from overhead. And the first thing that I'm doing is I've taken, this is one of our beautiful, I love this pansy ribbon, and it's posy, and we're just wrapping it around the wreath to give the wreath a little bit of color. And then what I'm going to do is just grab a Zot and bring this back over here, and that's going to hold my ribbon really, really well in place. So I'm just going to cut this piece off of here. And it looks like my scissors need to be sharpened. So now we have this, and I'm going to now just put this wreath aside and take my Bodabra, and I pre-cut these pieces. They're about 8 to 10 inches long, and we've already dovetailed the ends, and I'm just going to take the strips and lay them down the center into my Bodabra. And lay this down here. And let me go over here so I can see. Hi, Teresa. And hi, Ms. Addie's Virtual Academy. It's great to see you guys. Now, everybody, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to make a bow after Joette's Lantern Swag that will show you our scrunchy ribbon. And you can win a roll of scrunchy ribbon. So now I'm taking, this is now just for your own, so you guys know, this is about a 3/8 inch ribbon, or maybe it's a 5/8 inch ribbon. And no, it's less than half an inch. So it's probably 3/8 inch. And all I'm doing is just folding it, and it's not wired. So it's going to be really loopy. And I'm just folding and twisting and folding and twisting. Hi, Linda. Hi, Myrtle. So great to see you guys, and fold and twist. And you can see it's just really, really a loopy ribbon that just kind of wants to do its own thing. And what's cool is this ribbon is also included in our spring ribbon kit that is such a good value. All of our Bodabra ribbon kits are really good values. So I'm going to lay this down in here and give everything a good scrunch. And then I'm going to take my Bodabra bow wire, bring this up. Now, because I folded it in half, I have a slip knot. So I'm just going to pull it through my slip knot, hold the bow in the Bodabra, pull it really tight. Now, when I pull the bow out, I'm not struggling with the bow because the slip knot and the Bodabra bow wire is holding everything really well in place. And we're going to, hi, Lisa and Kay, and pull it really tight, tie a knot again. Then what I'm going to do is come over to where I tied this off, put my bow over here, and turn it over. And that's why all I needed was like a glue dot, because this is going to tie onto my wreath and hold everything in place. So this is a great, it's a great gift wreath because it's so simple to make if you're going to somebody's home for, a housewarming party or just for the evening. This is kind of a neat way. Instead of bringing a bottle of wine, you can bring them a little mini wreath for their interior design. And then I have these cute little clips, and I'm just going to clip one on here and clip one on here and show that. And then we have this here, and I'm just going to go to the front camera. And now you can see how absolutely, let's put that sideways, absolutely adorable and simple this was to make. So I'm now going to turn the camera over to Joette, and we're going to get started. So Joette, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sandy. I'm going to show you the first bow is going to be like a gift wrap bow, and you can use school colors. I've got two different sizes of our Bodabra ribbon, our sheer white swirl ribbon, and then what is this? This is my favorite ribbon,
Twinkling,
Sandy, and I can't even the
twinkling, the twinkling.
twinkling ribbon. Yeah, the 1 inch wide. So we're going to say the colors are purple and white, or silver and white, or silver and purple, whatever it is. We're going to start out. I'm going to use the length of my Bodabra bow wire. I'm going to place it down in the Bodabra, and I'm going to do this a little bit different. Instead of putting our tails in first, sometimes we show you a little length of tails. I've already dovetailed the end of it, and I'm going to give it 4 or 5 inches of a tail. So I'm going to twist it, keep that shiny side up, and have it upside down on this side. Then I'm going to start making the loops. So it's going to start out as like our traditional bow, but I've got a tail here instead of putting a set of tails out. And I've got about 3 yards of ribbon. So it's going to be chasing me for a second. So twist and fold, and I've got about 4-inch loops, I think, something like that. So twist and fold till we get to I'm going to have about 4 loops on each side probably. That'll make a good, nice, even and full bow. Sorry, I've got my ribbon all twisted up trying to have it ready. And twist and fold. I'm making the loops all the same length, and I'm going to stack them. So you can spread them out like this as you make it, but I'm going to stack them, and I'll show you how to fluff it. So we're twisting and folding. And don't forget to comment where you're watching from tonight, because close to the end of this live, we're going to be picking a winner for a roll of our Bodabra Scrunchy ribbon, which comes in silver, red, and gold. So let us know where you're watching from. So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 loops and 4 loops. So I'm going to cut some of this off, and I'll kind of get it even with the one on the opposite side here. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail, which I fold it in half and cut it into the center, and it gives it that dovetail, that pretty look. So next we're going to use this 1.5 inch wide twinkling ribbon. I'm going to start out with putting this shiny side down. I'm going to, or actually shiny side up, and twist, because I want the shiny side down on the other side. And I also ended my loops and my tails on this side, so I'm starting on the opposite side. So we're going to twist and fold, and I'm going to do it just a little bit smaller than the loops I did in the white. So twist and fold, and again, I'm just going to stack it. And I don't even know how many loops this is going to give me, but it's going to be nice and full when we're done. And I'll end it with a button loop, and I'll show you how to make that. So twist and fold, and I have my trusty lazy Susan with me because I like to actually literally twist. Twist and fold, and I twist with my Bodabra. So I don't know how many loops I've got, but I've got this little bit of an overhang over here. So I'm going to take a small loop and put it, well, you know what? Let's shrink that,
Thank you,
make it a
everybody,
little
for
bit bigger.
sprinkling and sharing.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, so now I made my 2 final loops smaller, and so I have a little bit of an overhang, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to place that in. I just wanted to make sure you could see it, so I shrink it. So I'm going to go ahead and scrunch everything down, and I'm going to take my Bodabra bow wires. I'm going to pull them up to the loose ends, to the looped end, pull it tight while it's still down in the Bodabra. Now I can remove it. Now I'm going to take my ends and separate them, and keep pulling it tight. Bring it to the back and tie it in a knot, double, triple, whatever you want, however you feel secure. I think double's good enough with this whatever bow wire. All right, so I end up with this. So to fluff it, I'm going to start with my tails, Make sure that shiny side's facing up. And then I'm going to take my loops on the bottom and just separate them. Go to opposite directions, one on one side, one on the other. Just tug on it. And then as you do that, fluff your fingers and round them out. Or take your fingers and fluff them and round it out. Just make them poofy. And now I'm ready for the center. So I'm going to take my little button loop. I'm going to go ahead and pull that loose. We put it to one side, but you pull it over to the center and it completely covers your whatever bow wire. So again, you just pull your loops apart and you just hoop them out. And I think this would be beautiful for a graduation gift, or put it on a gift bag or a present package. And then you can just tape, you'll have your wires here. You can tie it onto a gift bag with your wires, or you could take them and spread them out and tape them to the box, to the package. So again, you just fluff it and shape it. And then when you get it to the final place where you want to use it, you give it one more good fluffing and straighten it out. And there you have it. You can make this in multiple colors, and you have a double stacked bow for gift wrapping. And they're going to not even, well, they're going to think whatever's in the package is very special when they see something that wrapped this pretty. I want to go ahead and show it to you because I'll fluff forever. And this is what you have. That was really easy to make. And that's what I have right now. Sandy, are you going to make a bow
That's
next?
no, I think you're going to do your lantern swag next.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. I've got, it's Memorial Day's coming up, and a lot of people like to decorate and, stay in the holiday spirit. So I'm going to show you a simple way that you can change out your decor and stay festive all year. So I've got a good length of whatever bow wire here, folding it in half, and I'm going to place it down the bodabra. I did want to show you something before I got started. I wanted to show you something else you could make in your bodabra. I made this Mother's Day arrangement. I don't know if you can see that, but I made that in the bodabra. You can make not just
Beautiful.
bows, you can make, that's fresh flowers. That's not even silks. But right now we're going to be working on silks. Thank you, Sandy. I'm going to start out with my greenery. And I'm going to, sometimes I use the whole bush, but now I'm going to cut this loose, and I'm just going to use some stems because I don't want I want it to be a little shorter. So I'm going to cut these stems off. I normally have these cut loose, but I wanted to do this. Sorry, I'm trying to get this, my cutters aren't working. All right. So I'm going to start out with my greenery. I want it to be shorter on the top, and I want it to be longer on the bottom, so or thicker. I want my cascade to be nice and full at the bottom, and I want it to be skinnier at the top. So this is how it looks when I start out. I've got so this will be my top. I've got some berries, and I'm going to clip off my berries. I don't want to use a whole lot. My lantern's not that big. I don't want it to be really bulky. I'm going to cut off. That 2 branches should get me started. So I'm going to go ahead and place these down in the bodabra. I've got one that's thicker than the other, so I'm going to place my thicker one at the bottom. And next I'm going to start out with some hydrangeas. This is a hydrangea bush, and I do have some longer pieces. So I'm going to I've already cut a few pieces off. I'll go ahead and snip the rest of these off. Again, a lot of times I do use it with these in there, but I want it to be a little shorter, so I'm taking those off at this time. So this is my bottom. I want a skinnier one to hang down. I want it to be fuller at the top. Want it to have more hanging down in the cascade. So I'm going to put 3 here, and then at the top, I'm going to place one of my skinny ones, and then that one right here, that's a fuller one. Kind of want it to sit in the center, so it'll even it out. So I've got a little rose bush and a little sunflower bush. So I've got my red, white, and blue here. Actually, it's creamy, but it's still pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these off the bushes this time. One more. Should have it all. All right. So now I have all those stems clipped off. I'm going to go ahead and layer these sunflowers and roses. These are really pretty roses. These all came from Dollar General. They're not very expensive at all. So you can change your decor up very affordably. And it's a kind of a seasonal temporary thing. So the way I show you how to put it onto the lanterns. So there's my, what do I want that? I want this on the bottom. All right. So this is what we've got. I need to find my wand. Buried it under all these flowers. I hear it, but I don't see it. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and scrunch it in. And this is what I have. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got it thicker at the bottom, skinnier at the top. Got it cascading down, and I can adjust it, make it look different. So I can take it right now and tie it up, or I can go ahead and continue, and I can add the bow to it. So I want my tails to cascade down, but I'm going to go ahead and place them across, and then when I'm done, that'll pull down. So I'm going to go ahead and make the bow
Let
in
us
it instead of taking it apart.
let us know if you have the regular Bodabra or the mini Bodabra.
Yes. So tonight I'm using the large Bodabra and everything, but I do use the mini Bodabra a lot. So again, we're going to do the twist and fold. I'm going to place this upside down into the Bodabra, and I'm just going to make I don't even know how many loops I'm going to end up with. I just want a little bit in here to give it some color and make it patriotic looking. Doesn't take a whole lot. Less is more sometimes with these. So I'm just going to continue and do one more loop. So actually I have an uneven amount, but that's okay. Got 3 on one side on the top, and I have 2 on the bottom. So I have this burlap. This is 2.5 inch wide. I think this Stars and Stripes. I don't know. I don't remember what that's called, but that's part of our Bodabra ribbon as well. And I've got some of our 1.5 inch wide burlap, red and the natural color. And I'm going to do a double bow with these. I'm going to go ahead and get the pretty side facing down and just do another traditional style. Actually, I want red showing. There we go. All right. So I've got red on the bottom and the burlap on the natural on the bottom and the red on top. So I'm going to twist and fold. Sandy, what are they saying about the Bodabras? What?
Well, Gloria Kinney has both. She's got 5 actually, and Patricia has the big one or the regular Bodabra. And I will show everybody how to use make a bow in the mini after I make the bow that I'm going to make next. So we'll make sure that
I've
everybody
got
sees the mini in action tonight.
I've got all my ribbon down in here, so I'm going to go ahead and scrunch it down. And again, you just take your whatever bow wire out from underneath, take your loop in and pull your loose ends through,
And
pull it tight while it's still down in the
Margaret from
Bodabra.
Scotland has 2 Bodabras.
Oh, wow. Where did she get those? We get a lot of questions from over there. Where do you get a Bodabra? That's interesting. So I'm pulling it tight. I pull it, turn it over and continue pulling it, but not, I don't want to break my Bodabra bow wire, but I do get it really tight. So that pulls all the slack out of it while so when you're fluffing it out, nothing falls out on you. I'm gonna go ahead and double knot it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fluff out my bow and start fluffing and shaping. And you could leave those burlaps together, or you could actually pull them apart and do this. Go opposite if you do, so they're not the same color stacked on top of each other. And that also helps
Has
hide your
everybody
wire.
watching used has everybody watching used the Bodabra to put silks in or for florals? Just let me know if you have.
Yeah, so I've got my bow kind of fluffed out. I can do a lot better later on. I'm pull my tails downward now, and then I'm going to go ahead and fluff out my flowers just a little bit. Make sure they're going the right direction. Make sure they show. You don't want to hide them. And I just pull them around there. If you're messing with silk flowers like this, they are on a wire. You can bend them. You just don't want to pull them out, but you want them all showing. So I'm just getting all that straight, and I have this little swag now. So you can either take this, you can use it on a wreath, you can use it on, you could fluff it out differently, use it as a centerpiece, but today I'm going to use it as a lantern swag. So what I'm doing, and you can change these out, make them seasonal, whatever. So with the whatever bow wire, you just take it and tie it on, and I'll have to straighten it up in a minute, get it nice and straight. But you just tie it on, just tie it in a shoe bow, and you can adjust it, fluff it out, and shape it, and then you'll have a seasonal lantern swag. And I cannot
That's
see it. Oh, it
gorgeous,
looks
Joette.
amazing. Does that look okay? I don't have it shaped
Yeah, it
perfectly,
looks
but
really pretty.
anyway, well, and that's how you do it, and you can change them out seasonally and have any just
Margaret
even
got
for
hers.
interior decorating.
Joette, Margaret got hers in Scotland from Amazon.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, we need to know that so when people start asking us, so I can answer, tell them to check Amazon because we get that question a lot. People are always
Oh, that's what I do.
messaging us.
So,
Um,
okay, so
Good.
now thank you, Joette, and we're going to come back to me.
Thank you.
And I'm going to make another patriotic bow. I'm going to do a little bit different one, and I'm going to go to my overhead camera so you can see in big picture what I'm making. I'm taking my Bodabra bow wire, and you can buy all of our products on Amazon, but you can also buy the wire and the Bodabras and all these ribbons at bodabra.com. So I'm taking my wire and I've folded it in half, and I'm just going to lay it down into my large Bodabra and tuck the ends underneath. Then I'm going to take my mesh, and I'm just going to, I've just rolled it a couple times, scrunch that into the Bodabra, and this is how we make a scrunchy bow, which we're going to make another scrunchy bow in this bow using our scrunchy ribbon. So we've just got this here. So it's kind of a cool way to use your mesh. Then what I'm going to do is take a long piece of our Bodabra scrunchy ribbon, just scrunch that down in here, and take a piece of our flag ribbon, lay that down in here. Then take another piece of our scrunchy ribbon and lay that down. So there's a lot of different ways to use the scrunchy ribbon. Now I know there's some florist purists who don't like the scrunchy ribbon, but I love it, so I use it all the time. And then what I'm going to do is take my flag. I'm just going to twist. I love this flag ribbon that we have. And bring it back. And I'm putting it in the upside down, so let me start the other way. Nope, this way. Okay, there we go. So we're going to twist it. Nope, wrong way again. Let's twist it. Now we have it going the right way. And twist. And I'm just going to fold it back over here and twist.
Don't forget, everybody, don't forget to comment where you're watching from. And we're going to be choosing a winner here shortly for our Bodabra Scrunchy Ribbon.
And it's there. And then bring this back around. Whoopsie daisy. And twist it. So all I'm doing here is fold, twist, and push, and twist. And now I'm just going to fold this last piece in, take my wand, give everything a pretty good push. Then I'm going to take our, I think this is called tribute ribbon, which I just love. We're just going to twist and fold and twist and fold and twist. And that's all we're doing here is just folding and twisting and keep going. Now I'm going to make my last loop here. And then what I'm going to do is take a piece of, I thought I had a piece of my scrunchy ribbon. Up, here it is, it fell down there. Take a piece of my Bodabra scrunchy ribbon, and this just is really pretty in the center. So we're just going to scrunch this down. And then again, I'm going to take my wand, give everything a really good push, pull it out, and Bring it through my slip knot. And pull it out here. Separate the ends. And bring it around to the back. And tie a knot. And I'm just going to double knot it. And this, we're just going to shape it out here. You can see how pretty and patriotic this comes out. And the scrunchy ribbon is just really fun to have in the bow. So we'll just do that. And we'll come back over to the front. And you can see how pretty, whoops, let's do that way, how pretty this came out. And so super, super simple to make. So now what I'm going to do is put this aside, and I'm going to make a bow using the mini Bodabra. And I believe that we have a winner coming up, so I'm just waiting for Joette to post the winner. And I'm going to
I
take a
don't have
piece of
access
my...
to the comments. I can't see the comments, Sandy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do the winner. We'll do something a little different. We'll do the winner at the end, and Joette will make one more bow. So we're going to go a little overtime tonight. But nobody minds when we go overtime. So now what I'm going to do is show you a fun little bow. I have 2 ribbons here that I'm choosing, which is my posy in 1.5 inch, and I'm dropping everything all over my table here. And so we have our posy ribbon and our gingham check ribbon. Actually, I want to use the pinker gingham check, or we'll use all 3. So we'll show you how you can actually use 3 ribbons in the mini Bodabra, which I've never done before. So we're going to be doing a test here. So let's cut a piece here. And I'm just going to lay my ribbons in. I'm going to start with my light gingham, lay that in, and then take my posies, or peony. Are these peonies or posies, Joette? I never know.
Let me see. Okay.
I think they're posies, but I could be wrong.
On the
Lay
on the
that in
ribbon,
there. Yes.
they're
Joette's my
just little
flower girl.
daisies. They're little
Okay.
daisies.
Oh, okay. I thought we called it a posy ribbon, so I'm just going
I
to
think
cut a piece here.
posy is a flower.
So then we go here. And now what I'm going to do is take my 3 ribbons together, and we'll just see how big a bow we can make using 3 ribbons in the mini Bodabra. So we're going to go a little over tonight. Normally we go for half an hour, but for logistical reasons, we're going to go a little bit over. Joette was nice enough to help me today because I had to have a root canal this morning, and I wasn't sure how well I would be doing. And we'll just lay this down in here and clip it. So you can see you can make like a 3 ribbon bow in the mini Bodabra. Lay that in there, take my wand, give everything a really good scrunch, and take my Bodabra bow wire, bring it up through here. So the mini Bodabra is great because you can use almost any width of ribbon, like as far as 1.5 to, well, 1/8 of ribbon actually, up to about 2.5 to 3 inches. It's just a matter of the height of the bow and how many loops you can make. So let's tie that off. And we're going to now shape everything out. And of course, I have to dovetail the ends. So let's dovetail this and dovetail this one. And don't forget to let me know where you're watching from so you can be registered to win. And dovetail this one. And get everything dovetailed so it'll have a pretty finish. And 2 more, and then we're done. But we've got a lot of ribbon in here for a mini Bodabra. So that's what's really cool. And every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Standard, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern, we do our Bodabra Lives. And it's always either me, Nick, or Joette. And we have so much fun seeing you guys. And if you're watching the replay, please comment and let me know that you're watching us on the replay. And bring this around, and I'm just going to clip that or hold the ends here. And you can see this came out so cute and pretty, and that was so simple to make in the mini Bodabra. So now I'm going to send you back over to Joette, and let me get Joette back here, and Joette's going to finish up.
All right, I'm going to do another gift wrap bow or wreath bow, whatever you want to call it. Again, I've cut a length of whatever bow wire, placing it down in the large Bodabra, but this could also be made in the mini, just like Sandy did. And I'm taking, this is some of our patriotic ribbon that we have. It's about a ½ yard, already cut and dovetailed. I'm going to place it down in the Bodabra to make sure I got the right side up. And I'm just going to take about a yard and a half, so 2 yards of the patriotic ribbon altogether. And I'm going to do a traditional bow again, the twist and fold. And it's just really easy and fast to do this. And be sure while making this, if you haven't already commented where you're watching from, go ahead and get that in real quick, because Sandy is about to pick a winner. Maybe you could win a
We've
roll of
got our
stretchy
winner.
ribbon.
Our winner
Oh,
is Teresa Farmer, who's watching us from Iowa, and she's actually watching on YouTube. So Teresa, you can email us at info@bodabra.com with whether you want the red, the red, the gold, or the silver scrunchy ribbon, and we'll get that sent off to you. So congratulations,
congratulations.
Teresa Farmer.
Okay, so I've got 2 loops each of this patriotic, and I've got a sheer white. And it's got a little bit of an iridescent look to it, so it's going to be nice and shiny and pretty and give this bow some personality. But I'm going to go in a little bit shorter than the first set of loops and twist and fold. Again, you could use this for multiple purposes. I'm going to twist and fold. Don't know how many loops we're going to get, but we're going to just continue to the end. And this would be beautiful on 4th of July decorations, the Memorial Day decorations, any kind of patriotic event you're having. So I'm going to get one more loop out of this. All right. And then I've got this little piece of silver foliage that fell off something, just to give it that added sparkle. So I'm going to take my whatever bow wire, I'm going to pull the loose ends through the loop down, pull it tight while it's still in the Bodabra, remove it, and then I'm just going to pull it tighter, flip it over, separate those wires, and tie it in a knot. And then we'll fluff it. So again, start from the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. We've only got 2 loops on the bottom, so I want to make sure I pull the longest loops to the bottom if there's a difference in sizes, and the shortest ones to the top, and then start separating the shear. And you don't have to always have your loops perfectly even. On this one, I'm making it fast, so I didn't get it perfectly even, but it also gives it a pretty, it just gives it a pretty
I
look,
don't think
lots of
they have to be
character.
even. I think they look pretty when they're not
Yeah,
even.
they're not as even when I hand tie them. I don't like to hand tie anymore, thanks to Bodabra. I don't have to. So I can make my bows a lot prettier, and I can use up scrap ribbon. I can do a whole lot more when I make my bows in the Bodabra. But this is it. I've just got a
That
little
came out so pretty.
traditional bow.
Now,
Yeah.
Joette and I are
Yep.
we're gonna both show you what we made tonight. So Joette, go ahead and show what you made, and I'll show
Okay.
what I
Well,
made.
if I can quit fluffing. I've got, so this is just a traditional bow, wreath bow, package bow, gift package bow. I think that would be cute on a gift package. I've got this bow that would be a good presentation on a wrapped box or a gift bag. And then I made this lantern swag. of patriotic lantern swag because Memorial Day is coming up really soon. So this is my
And
three
then
items I made.
I made this really, so we made 6 items in like a half an hour. This really cute little mini Bodabra bow, this beautiful wreath that was so super simple to make. And then, of course, our patriotic flag bow that makes a great door bow. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching us, and definitely like us on Facebook or follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you next week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. And Nick will be doing the live next week. So it's going to be really fun. So thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.